Today is the day then, 10 months from conception to completion. We're getting this done now. Right, that's the last of the easy ones done. Everything else then needs a bit of cutting. Single ones in there, fill out that there. I think I'll start with that next. Well, that section was easy in the end because I had the perfect offcuts for it. And now let's see what we can do about this mini section here. In fact, the best offcut for this piece here needed cleaning. I'm reusing that bit down there which is already cleaned, and I found these. I couldn't use any more offcuts that needed cleaning, so these are going to be used for this section. Everything in here then is to go in the back bedroom. That's what we got to play with. So I'm just drying off this piece as best I can so it doesn't get mould. Stick these up and then this room is ready to rock and roll. Alright, we've got one piece left to do. It's the hardest piece of all. Typical. And over here then, well, it looks a bit daft if you ask me. I'm wondering if I should take this off as well, just to make it easier to get to. I don't know. It's going to leave glue marks. That means it's got to repaint. I don't fancy that. And then down here I could do an L shape, but the trouble is I'm going to be cutting this way badly. It's a lot easier to cut in the grooves. And you've got to say to yourself, is it actually going to kill the sound much? Probably not. So I think I'm going to leave this, well, sleep on it anyway. Leave this like this overnight for a few days, few weeks, forever. So, God, my nemesis then, the last piece. That's it. That's the end of my DIY hell. Fitting then that the very last piece should contain an error, but actually that's by far the best cut I've done. I've had several attempts of it 10 years ago, and you always make a mistake somewhere trying to get the lines right. It's so hard. So that will do. But yes, fitting that the piece that's probably in the camera shot the most has an error. Just a kind of final act of spite then to say, yes, I went through DIY hell because we run out of money. But that is it, look. That is the room. As we pan around here, I must say I'm pretty pleased with that. Considering we were using used tiles, I think that's a pretty good result. And let's not forget this little bit, this little corner at the end there. So the next stage then will be tidy up. And then, well, actually what happens now is the house is a mess and has been for, well, years if we're perfectly honest, but particularly in the last few months, where you have to bear in mind, unfortunately I didn't take a picture of this, but the garage originally was absolutely full of stuff, and some of that is still in the house. So we've got a chucking away session to go through, and then the first instrument that will come in is the electric piano. So that will sit there. Can't wait for that. That's coming up very soon now at sci-fi funk.com.